What's the offer state?
10 days, revoke and terminate, admit the BOP.
Okay.
Do you want to do the admission with an attorney or without an attorney?
Drama.
I'm kind of confused. Is it still going to be set because I agreed to that deal? I don't need an attorney if that's going to
Okay,
be.
that's a deal. Can you give him a VIP form, please? Thank you.
I just got one question.
What's the question, sir?
I came to y'all on the 7th. Last Tuesday, my time. How was my time?
You have 7 days in, so you would have 3 more days to do, and I put you on a payment plan for your court costs. Do you understand all that, sir?
What about the previous time before I got born?
You had 1 day on the original, 6 days on the violation of probation.
Okay.
So a total of 7 days.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. You know what? My paperwork in front of me says no attorney, but I see a PD was appointed on the 2nd. So go ahead and talk to him about, he does have a PD. My mistake? Just, counsel, you gotta let me know.
What could you go? Okay. Brush is on. Where's it on? Where's my brush? Oh no, no. I don't know. Yeah.
Counsel, ready to forward? I do need a signature from you. Sir, you were placed on probation for driving with license suspended of 2015. Admit or deny?
Admit.
Do you admit or deny failing to pay your cost of supervision in July, August, and September of 2015?
I admit.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to admit to either of these charges?
No, ma'am.
Allegations. And do you understand that if you're not a United citizen, by admitting to these, you would be subject to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
I just want to remind you that driving with license suspended is an enhanceable offense. If you commit a new act of driving with license suspended, you can be charged with a felony. Do you understand that too?
Yes, ma'am.
Anything else, state or defense?
Your Honor.
State any adamant objection to a time served offer. He had one on the original 6 VOP, and based on the age.
I guess not.
All right, not a time served. I'll go ahead, and you've previously been adjudicated.
You know why I was not going to be able to bond out of the situation here, but I think I still have a job lined up.
So the goal is probably to try to get a valid driver's license. So I'm going to put you on a payment plan through Collections Court at a rate of $20 per month. You'll be released on this charge today. Today's the 6th, so you need to make your first payment by March 15th and the 5th of every month. So the middle of the month, you pay $20 towards these court costs. If you can't pay, you need to see a Collections Court judge to try to get a valid driver's license. Is it a question for me or your lawyer? Yes, sir.
This payment plan.
Of driving under the influence. You're here for an arraignment for this misdemeanor of the 1st degree. You do have a public defender representing you. State, is there any offer on the DUI?
I didn't find him in jail, so I didn't,
Okay. So do you want me to go ahead and just enter a plea of not guilty? This is Daryl. I'll enter a plea of not guilty. Your next court date will be a pretrial conference in Division 80 on February 22nd of 2018, courtroom 7C. That's Judge Shoemaker's division. Your name, please?
Sean Graves.
Mr. Graves, you're here for a charge of resisting officer without violence and battery. Both of these are misdemeanors of the 1st degree. State any offer on this case?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so there is no offer on your case. I'll enter a plea of not guilty. And let me just double check your paperwork. Sir, you have no... actually do have a public defender. You are responsible for a $50 application fee. This was an MH issue, and your office waived his appearance. So just reminding you that you are appointed on his case. I'll enter a plea of not guilty. There is no offer. And you'll see Judge Eve Ellen Jewett, Division 61, Courtroom 6C. Pretrial is on March 15th of 2018, and that begins at 8:30 in the morning. Are you Mr. Ivins?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, you're here for a charge of trespass in a structure. You're represented by attorney Mr. Tamarkin. In your case, he's filed a plea of not guilty. That will continue. Your next court date is in Division 61, Courtroom 6C on March 15th of 2018. And that is at 1:30 with a trial period beginning on March 26th. So Mr. Tamarkin will be advised of all this.
I would like to take care of this today. Is that good?
I'm sorry, I can't resolve your case. You do have an attorney, and I think you're being held on, is he being held on? And you also have the violation of probation. So Mr. Tamarkin's representing you in all of these. Thank you, sir. Sir, your name, please?
Damian Jones.
Mr. Jones, you're here for a charge of possession of marijuana less than 20 grams. This is a misdemeanor offense. You have a public defender. State any objection to an adjudication time served offer?
This is not the only thing. The state is recommending a 15-day jail offer, credit for any time served. This did begin as a felony.
Yeah, this is that's about the same thing. He is 16 days in.
Okay, the DL action and costs.
So I would do a time served, a conviction, and that means your driver's license would be suspended for a period of 1 year. You'd have to pay your court costs. Counsel, how does Mr. Jones want to proceed?
She'd like to accept the offer, Your Honor.
Go time.
Но это не так больно, как многие думают. Недаром говорят, у страха глаза велики.
Room. What's this about?
How old are us? She's 8. I'm 10.
Yeah, right, whatever. That's the only one that's operating.
Here for a charge of false official statements, providing false identification to a law enforcement officer, and resisting officer without violence. Counsel, would you like me to enter a plea of not guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll enter a plea of not guilty. Your next court date will be on March 1st of 2018. That's a pre-trial conference in front of Judge Starr in Division 63. That's in courtroom 12C, and that begins at 8:30 in the morning. The VOPs are something else that we're not addressing today. That's what they were.
Thank you.
Your name, please?
Christopher Roach.
I'm sorry, what is your name?
Roach.
All right, give me just a moment. Corrections, what happened to Michael Dennis Mantino?
He goes up your button over there.
And what about Antonio Demerick Powell? Reset to tomorrow? Mr. Roach, sorry for the wait. You're here for a misdemeanor of the second degree. You're represented by the Public Defender's Office for the charge of petty theft. State he is 25 days in. Do you have an offer in Mr. Roach's case?
He has a bond revoked in a felony case and a single hold. I don't know what that is, but this is a time-served offer with a withhold of adjudication, no return, cost of investigation to OPD in the amount of $64.48 plus standard costs.
He'd like to accept the offer, Your Honor.
Yeah, I do the withhold and no return, no conduct. All right, Mr. Roach, did you read that plea form that's in front of you?
Yes, ma'am.
And if you would like to resolve your case by pleading today, go ahead and sign it. Mr. Roach, do you understand that if you were on probation at the time you committed this offense by pleading today, your probation would be violated?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that if you're not a United States citizen, you would be subject to deportation by pleading to this charge?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Roach, if you have a criminal history that includes anything sexually violent or anything sexually motivated, under the Jimmy rights laws of the state, you would be subject to civil commitment. Do you understand that as well?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you plead to the charge of petty theft? Guilty, no contest, or not guilty?
No contest.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to plead no contest today?
No, ma'am.
State or defense, or Mr. Roach, anything else before I accept his plea and impose a time-served sentence?
Just the cost of
Got it.
investigation.
All right, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Sir, I'll withhold adjudication. I'll impose a time-served sentence. You'll be released on this case today. You need to pay your court cost and your public defender fee by March 1st of 2019. That's just over a year. You also owe $64.48 cost of investigation to Orlando Police Department. That's also due by March 1st of 2019. And you cannot return to the Walmart at 2500 South Kirkman Road. Do you have any questions before I end your case?
No, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Roach, you have 30 days to appeal. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir, you're here for a charge of resistance. Are you Mr. Setapur?
Satorapur, ma'am.
I'm sorry for mispronouncing that, sir. You're here for an arraignment, and you're represented by the Public Defender's Office on a misdemeanor of the first degree. The charge is resisting officer without violence. State he has 35 days in.
He has a felony VOP.
Okay. So because of that, do you want me to enter a plea of not guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll enter a plea of not guilty. Your next court date will be on March 1st of 2018 in Division 63 in courtroom 12C. That court hearing begins at 8:30 in the morning. Do you have any questions, sir?
No, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Is she in anything else? Okay. Ms. Trevino, you're here for a charge of trespass in a structure. Do you already have an attorney in this case, or do you plan to hire one, or do you want to see if you qualify for the public defender services?
Public defender.
You want the public defender?
Okay, I'll go ahead and Actually, it looks like there have been some conflicts because there were so many defendants in this case. So you've already been appointed an attorney, Mr. Davila. He'll have paperwork to know that he was appointed on your case. I'll enter a plea of not guilty since you do have a lawyer and they may have explored some defenses. Your next court date, Madam Trial Clerk, is she this considered regional conflict? Is that PD or private? All right, your next court date is on March 1st of 2018 in front of Judge Starr in courtroom 12C, and that begins at 8:30 in the morning.
Does she have a VOP because I'm going to offer an adjudication time served off?
She has counsel in this, so I can't resolve it.
I know, but we telephonically maybe later or tomorrow or something, but if she has a VOP, then...
I don't know. Yeah, she does have a VOP.
All right.
And they were just appointed on the 2nd, so they might not even receive their notice. All right, so Mr. Davila in Kissimmee, Florida is your attorney in this case now.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Thanks. All right, is Ms. Young present?
Temporary release is the note.
TOT, this from Jean Osceola or Seminole? Got it. Let me look at that. All right, she's been in jail for 33 days. Counsel waived defendant's appearance. This is a public defender case. Counsel, how are we proceeding in arraignment?
Waive, Your Honor.
All right, I'll go ahead and enter a plea of not guilty. Is that correct, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so this is a PD case. It'll go to Judge Starr, Division 63, March 1st of 2018, 8:30 in the morning, 12C. Anything else?
No, Your Honor. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you.
May I excuse, Your Honor?
Yes. Actually, while I'm still on mic, do you want me to recall later this week or next week, even before, for a possible plea? She's 33 days in.
Yes, yes.
State any objection to reset within 24 hours?
With notice. Just showing up on the morning docket isn't enough.
Okay. How about we just reset this in an abundance of caution for Monday?
That'll work with me, Your Honor.
What's the date on that? And otherwise, we'll stay the pretrial dates. Monday, 2/12.
You just want to reset it when she comes from the hospital.
If she's out of the hospital, set it for 2/12, so the state has, just do 2/12. If she's still TOT, then we'll address it at that time. All right, 33-day motions? Yes. Thank you. Scott Cavallero, 18 CF 168AO. Information has been filed. Deny ROR. Correct, State and Defense?
Yes, ma'am. I didn't do one of them this morning, but if you're seeing one on the record.
Yes, it was filed on 2/5. And regional conflict is appointed.
Yeah, I saw there was an application.
Next up is 2018 CF 117AO. Lexi Lee Smith, Jr. There's a notice of non-filing, and that is a public defender case as well. So I'll go ahead and grant ROR. Finally, Eucilus Sidisla. That case number 2017 MM 122 AO.
No information notice was filed.
Grant ROR. All right, court will be in recess and I'll address session 2.